You're a baby doll butterscotch biscuit, and I have very juicy information for you. If you bought altcoins in 2016, okay, with $10,000, you made 1 million. Crazy, right? Not making this up. 10K, you made 1 million. You got 100x. Now, probably say, oh, everyone's a millionaire. No one knew crypto was going to be a thing back then. No, not everybody was putting in 10K at just the bear market start. They only put it up after it went up. So you know, get the 100x, now you get the 30x. You see, after that first triple, your 100's down to 30. And if you get that triple, some people buy in after the first like 5 to 10x. Now you've only got like another 5 to 10. Crypto was early back then. Everyone went 100x. That's what we're here for. Are we going to get it? We'll see. Okay, diminishing gains. So in 2016, they made the 100x, right? But then in 2020, if you put $10,000, you only get 100K. Right, look at these numbers, friends. You got to know this. This is not a coincidence. By the way, which one had the infinite QE? Which one had 0% interest rates? Which one had 16 trillions in negative yielding bonds? Which one had a country adopted in the cycle? Please tell me. Which one had Michael Saylor buying billions of dollars on leverage? Oh, that's right. The lower return cycle. Golly gee, if only you had a friend that you like, subscribe, belly button, and all to, you shock the algorithm in a very family-friendly show way. How many times I got to tell you this? We're diminishing over time. The market cap gets bigger. The liquidity in the pool gets bigger. The amount of people gets bigger. It's harder and harder to do those rates. We're slowing down. Yeah, it sucks. But it's going to suck even more if you don't pay attention. Why? Because if you don't admit there's a problem, you're never going to steer your brain into high growth, contrarian, deep value assets, which is actually how you've got to make it in the stock market. You know what I noticed, friends? In stocks, when the stocks go down, you probably think, oh, the stock just went down because of the, the prices are down and that's it. No, there's FUD. You know, there's FUD in stocks. Whenever like a medical company goes down, they're like, oh, the trial doesn't work. The CEO went to move hospitals. This bad stuff actually comes out. And people like Warren Buffett, they look at the fundamentals of the company and they're like, wait a minute. I kind of think these issues will get weeded out in the next 5 years and we can build beyond that. So it gets long. It's the same thing. People selling the low and buying the tops in those two. Look at Alts here, man. You bought down here, you got your 100x. Isn't that wild, man? Isn't that crazy? 100x. You made a 100x in Bitcoin. That's right. From $180 to $200 here, up to 20K. 200 to 20K, 100x. That's in Bitcoin, man. But look what happened in the next cycle. If you bought the top altcoins, your 10K only turned to 100K. You got a 10x, and then unfortunately, they dropped 80%. That's crap. Okay, you get crushed. Don't you dare tell me, oh, you're still up. Just, no. Who's going to talk like that? Oh, go, oh, you're still up. Yeah, you just risked your whole bullet for a 2x. You know how dangerous that is? You risk, that's why you got a 2x, if you're lucky. That's if you bought, friends. That's if you bought before everyone. Everyone got in at the top anyway. It's trash, man. It's trash. I'm going to have to play you some scattershot psytrance music, man, just to mix it up. Get it through your head. We're going to make it. We're playing a game. No one else is playing. And the game is the crowd's going to get it wrong again. That's the game we're playing. Don't be mistaken. What are people going to say in this time? It's different. Roca Negra. There's ETFs. Golly gee. Come on, man. How can you honestly say that after all this evidence? Peter Schiff, Uncle Petey, is a laggard and a skeptic. He's put his art Bitcoin ordinals. He's using Bitcoin. He's actually using it. Laggards, man. Crypto returns are diminishing. Does it mean we give up? No. Does it mean we're going to never make money? No. It just means we've got to try harder. We are trying harder. If you honestly think you're going to retire with just Bitcoin, you're finished. You're finished. I'm not even going to say sorry because you had what's coming to you. We've told you 30,000 times. When was the last time you saw someone say, oh my gosh, passive income and yield? I don't want to look at that. Let me go hold Bitcoin. When was the last time you saw someone do that? Yes, there are people doing that from before. But guess what? I would do that too if you let me buy a $200 Bitcoin. I had to buy it at 3.5K. And I thought 3.5K was going to be great. Nah, doesn't look so great now, does it? Even though, yeah, it's technically up, it doesn't justify the pain. No, it doesn't. All right. Oh, congratulations. 5.5 years, you're up a 5-6x. Yeah. You better do another 5 to 6x and stay there. What if Bitcoin doesn't stay at 150K when it goes there? What if it goes 80, 90, 100, back down to 30? What if it does that? Drops 70, 80% in every single bear market, and it's going to feel bad. We've got to consider these. There's also more juice to squeeze from this picture. Have you noticed that you got diminishing gains as more certainty came? Oh, our country backs it. We must be legit. Oh, Michael Saylor, he bought Apple. We must be legit now. Oh, we're on TV. We must be legit. Kevin O'Leary, he's definitely trustworthy. Tongue in cheek. Definitely trustworthy. We got diminishing gains. When were you getting the most gains in crypto? Ponzi, scam, dragon chain, deep brain chain, just random dentist coin trash. See? No use cases. Now we invented Uniswap, we got the Chainlink, you got the Bug Eater DeFi, you got all the great things, hunting yield, dexes, swaps, leverage. Guess what? The gains are less. It's because of the number of people in the network. That's why. Now, we still haven't maxed out, but you got to admit, man, we've squeezed a lot of juice so far. The only way to break this trend is to make another juice maker. So Bitcoin started off as a juice maker. It is a juice maker. Ethereum, another juice maker. We needed something new. I thought Uniswap, when it was real DeFi, V2, and Chainlink, that combo, I thought it was enough. Unfortunately, maybe they either need more time. Fake DeFi Uniswap is now dumping the Uni token. Sad, so that's gone. Chainlink, I don't know how much it can go to really inspire everybody. It needs a whole industry to go up with it. But see, Bitcoin and Ethereum, each on their own, created an industry. Chainlink might be able to do that. Maybe it takes longer, but it's going to be tough, man. You don't know anything. Friends, do you see a blue chip around that is Bitcoin or Ethereum tier status? Do you? You don't. It's very hard. Maybe they're it. I don't know. Maybe they're it. There's going to be more innovation. Maybe it just adds more complexity. But you just got to admit, like, there's nothing else out there. We're going to have to wait and see how 2024 plays out. There could be an AI thing. Someone's going to have to make something really cool for AI, but you're going to have to buy the AI product. You know you're not going to get your 100x in Litecoin. And the crowd and expectations is something fascinating. I always check what everybody else is thinking and feeling. You will find most of the time, you are the average of the crowd. I know this because I felt it. I have ignored, if this is friends, look, why do you like and subscribe to me? I give you the highest value content. I go out and I check out all the other influencers. Hey, what are they talking about? How are they feeling? How are they talking? I've noticed something very common. A lot of them are lazy. They don't have time to watch anybody else. So what they do is they get a bit of this like ego developing. They go, well, I'm the one with all the followers, so my opinion and way of thinking matters the most. They're wrong. But good, let them think that. So what they think is they think any thought that they make is a good, rational thought. And guess what? It could be right. The problem is if the crowd is also on par with you, it doesn't matter how rational and smart you think you are. It doesn't matter. It means it's priced in. That's all that matters. It matters what the crowd is feeling and doing at the same time as you. You want to know what's priced in. What information are the people seeing in the next 6 to 12 months or whenever the time frame you think they're measuring? What are they seeing? If you can figure that out, then you know what they've priced in. Right? That's super important to know. Now, when it comes to the PulseX and Hex prices, this is fascinating because we've already done Bitcoin. Everybody wants 120K Bitcoin to justify anything. Minimum. 120,000 is a minimum. Right? Now, that's obviously dangerous. Why? Because, okay, we either get a $400,000 Bitcoin or we don't even get 100K. You can bet on the $400,000 Bitcoin. I'm just going to ask you something. If Bitcoin's sitting at 80K, right, and then drops down to 60 and comes back up to 70 and does that, are you going to be still hoping for the 140K? I just want to ask you that. Or you're going to think, uh-oh, something weird's going on. Now, I really, really, really hope this doesn't happen. 70% chance. 70. Not 100, 70. So you just got to be prepared. You go, well, if you do stagger out under 100K and the stock market's not looking that too good, maybe we're going to have to act. That's all I'm asking you to do. What about PulseChain, PulseX, Hex community? So we've gone through the Bitcoin part. I asked this question. This was a poll. Very interesting. I said, most people, they believe PulseChain and PulseX must rally 50x to 100x from today, or else they will consider it all a failure. Now, you might speak to public figures. They go, nah, this is stupid. We're not a failure. It all works. So Richard would say the same thing. I don't care what people say. As a leader and a founder, I don't care. I don't even care what I say. You understand? My word means nothing, friends. I'm an outsider like you. I'm trying to figure out, what does the crowd feel? What's actually going on, right? Like, for example, you say you're ready to be a family man, but you're in Vegas every second week, right? Or a girl says, yeah, I'm ready to get married, but she's on Kentucky with her girlfriends, naked half the time. Do you see these? What you say, what you do, two different things. Okay, now what do people say? We're winning. We've succeeded. All right. What do they actually feel? What are they actually deep down feeling? Well, they're saying we need a 50 to 100x to justify this whole piece of trash experience. That's what they're feeling. And that's a big move. But it's not that bad. Why? Because the expectations in other altcoins is much lower. You understand? The expectations in Cardano, Solana, XRP, a lot of these coins, if you go poll them, many of the communities, maybe not XRP, but many others, they just want to return to all-time high. All right, that's a 10x. You see that? So the crowd is happy with just a freaking like 10x return. Isn't that just fascinating to know and fascinating to see? You'll be able to actually track this. You can go look at anything. Like, for example, bring up Cardano. All right, we're going to have a look and see, okay, if we want to get to the all-time high, what are you going to give us, baby? Oh my gosh, friends, that's a 9x. Not even like around here, that's like an 8, 9x. All right, not even a 10x. That is very concerning to me for those altcoins. Okay, so don't look at this saying, oh man, this is bad. That's not bad. Are you serious? The target is so much higher with everyone's expectations. That means as we go up, the ferocity and the energy and the vigor everybody will have to say that, you know what? Yeah, we're up 25x from the low. That's still cheap. That's still cheap. We're going 100. We're going 100. That's what you need. You need someone to be buying it up at 50x. Why? Because they think it's going to go 500x. But in altcoins, they don't think it's going to go 50x. Okay, so that's the crazy part. So look, if you just knew all this information, what does it translate to in the chart? That's why a lot of people say, I really appreciate how I put the story together and then I show you, all right, what does this mean with the squiggly lines? What it means, friends, is the 61.8% fib level is very dangerously important for 99% of altcoins. And it's not even close to anything else in terms of a danger point. This zone here, that's right. Cardano, $2. That's your danger zone. That means when you get up here, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to be a quick swoop up, come back down. Right, I don't know. I feel like this is just me. This is just like my thoughts, sharing it with you. I feel like, so you know, look at PulseChain, okay? So not many people said, hey, I'll take a 5x, break even, etc. Everyone's got 50 to 100x. But this is just what I'm feeling, what I'm smelling. Do you see this flash rally that Bitcoin did? Right. Now, what I've noticed is, so Bitcoin, obviously, in 2019, a lot of you came in 2021. So in 2019, everyone thought that Bitcoin would be between 3 and 6K for the whole year and then break up. Now, I wasn't watching Twitter and YouTube back then. I thought this. That's why when I go back and I look at it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I was on the same perspective of everyone else. That's why when this move went up, it shocked me. Everyone got caught. And everyone started buying the bids here and they got wrecked because of the zombie virus, right? On leverage. Now, this is the interesting part. Every single person in crypto today says, we are going to do this pattern for Bitcoin. They're wrong. We already know we've been following the previous fractal. You know, this fractal keeps showing you of the of previous Bitcoin from the 2016 cycle. That's the fractal we've been following. All right, now people still think we're following that 2019 one. They think we're still following this where we just zipped up this part. And if you draw a fib down here, you'll see it is right exactly to the 61% mark. I just thought it'd be interesting. Wouldn't it be fascinating if the inverse was happening with everyone's expectations, where instead of, so this is what everyone thinks, friends. Everybody thinks Bitcoin is going to do this and altcoins are going to do these. All right. So they think, basically, in a nutshell, let's draw Bitcoin up here and alts here. They're going to be two charts, okay? They think Bitcoin from the bear market is going to spike up and then we're going to have a zombie virus crash to go up. That's what they think it's going to do, okay? And what they think altcoins is going to do, they think altcoins is just going to go like that. Whoop, 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 like a staircase up. That's what the crowd thinks. Right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this because they expect Bitcoin to do this slashing up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw another Bitcoin one here. Actually, let's put a little smiley face. Okay, this is a smiley face Bitcoin. This is what might actually happen. The smiley face Bitcoin. So instead of going up like this, maybe Bitcoin goes up slowly like that and it holds up strong. Okay. And maybe, you know, there's altcoins that everybody thought was going to do slow up only. Maybe altcoins, right? Remember, they think altcoins are going to do this, right? No, maybe the altcoins do a hyper, super aggressive flush up, and then they can't catch up to Bitcoin for like 6 or 12 months or a year. And then we have some sort of zombie virus thing go down before we go up. That's what I'm thinking about because no one expects that. No one. I've been thinking about this for a long time, okay? I've been thinking about this for a long time, friends. Where does it come from? It comes from the fact that everybody has been anchoring to the previous cycle. Everyone thinks, okay, you know, see this chart? See here? They go from the low to their 61.8% retrace. Maybe altcoins do that, man. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe things we're looking at, they are going to just shock everyone with that. And you think, oh, that's going to be great. I'm going to get out. No, most likely people are not going to get out. Why? Because people are thinking that this, remember this, we'll draw the fib again. This is Cardano. Remember this happens for every altcoin, same thing. Everyone thinks this move up to $2 Cardano, just like XRP and everything else, is going to be the move where they go, all right, sweet. Now we're going to do a triangle and then we're going to bust up. We're going to break the highs for everyone. All right. That's what everyone thinks. Because remember, what did everyone think at the beginning? They think, oh, no, altcoins are just going to keep going up and up and up and up the whole way. But maybe we don't get that. Maybe we get one big Bitcoin ETF, final stock market grasp, euphoria, soft landing, whatever it is. We get one big giant flush up, and then we do zombie virus type of capitulations where it just drag down, maybe one more fake out, and we finally continue up. I don't know why. I'm just feeling this. Now, what do we actually do? We do nothing because we're already positioned for it. You know who gets caught off guard? Bitcoin and Ethereum holders. Why? Because they're going to miss out on this move. Because what are they praying for right now? Bitcoin holders are praying for all-time high. They think, nah, all-time high, it's coming. That's what they're thinking about. People in Bitcoin think, okay, sweet, we're just going to move to the all-time high, and then that could happen. That would be fantastic if it did happen. But you can see how over time they're losing their grip on the consensus now, because the consensus is stacked Bitcoin and Ethereum, which is the sluggish things. And we know everyone coming in, they're just going to go straight for the poop coins and the altcoins and the high growth stuff, right? So this is interesting to think about how it plays out. Now, you might say, well, what if it doesn't play out? Well, it doesn't really matter because either way, you're positioned long for altcoins. I just would like to think about this because it increases the probability. So I'm going to shock you, friends. Right here, I made a poll and I asked everyone, in the bull market, what do you want to take profits into? And I said, well, I was originally USD stablecoins, but now I'm looking at everybody else and I'm thinking, wait a minute. Everyone wants stablecoins. No one wants BTC. I'm thinking, how does the market play out to screw everyone? How does it do that? And I just gave you the scenario. The scenario is Bitcoin goes slow, right? So it's going to be, so BTC slow. ETH, right? ETH and altcoins go up fast, right? And then Bitcoin holds up. And maybe after that big hyper rally in Ethereum and altcoins, maybe Bitcoin's just gaining ground for the next 6 to 12 months to reset everybody, right? That might be a scenario that plays out. For example, let's say 2024 is just a full-on altcoin year and everyone gets there. Maybe we do go to the 61.8% retraces. So where would that be? That would be like combined hex going back to 25 cents around here, right? So you can draw a fib and just find out as well. So that's what you'd be looking at. I'm going to draw the low to the combined hex price here. So it'd be 25 to 30 cents zone if we got there. So that's actually would throw everybody off. And guess what, friends? That actually happened. What this did was would be repeating what already happened in the past, because look what happened to Ethereum and altcoins when Ethereum had its first cycle. You had to sell Ethereum into altcoins 1 year. No, so you had to sell Ethereum and alts into Bitcoin 1 year after the Bitcoin halving, which is right here. Exactly 1 year. And then Bitcoin took over. We didn't have this in the last cycle. We just had one big up, one big down. Maybe this all happens again. So I like figuring this stuff out. This is literally like, I can't tell you how important this is. If you figure this out, you will make 30x when everyone else is making 3. And then guess what? You'll make like another 5x when everyone else is making 2. You literally 100x your stack if you get this right. If you get this right. We're going to wait and see what plays out. At the end of the day, there's only one thing you need to know is being positioned into altcoins is not the consensus view at all. Many people stack Bitcoin and Ethereum, the weakest of weak money. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, all. Appreciate every single one of you. Catch you very soon.